All right, so we're recording again. So, quick recap. Welcome to our last parent meeting of the school year. We were hoping that we would have guidance for what the fall would look like for schooling, and we do not. We are still waiting. We've contacted the district. They are still awaiting guidance from DESE as well. So once we hear from the district, we will reach out to you right away. Mr. Softic will probably send an email and as well as a robocall. If not him, I will do it if I'm still here. My last day is June 30th, which is next Tuesday. So therefore, we are still working. We're still in the building working, trying to get everything ready for next year, but we still don't know what it looks like. So that is what I wanted to update you guys on that really quick. But we do have someone new to the Bates family, and I'm going to let Mr. Softic take over on that part.
Yeah, so I know for the last month and a half, you guys have been anticipating who will be the new assistant principal at Bates, and it was a long process. We wanted to make sure we provided a great candidate, not only for the students, but also the Bates community. And so I want to introduce Andre Fonseca. So he's here right now. He's currently, well, he's wrapping up, right, the last as a ESL instructional coach at Salem High School, but he's had plenty of different occupations and experiences throughout Salem Public Schools, so which makes it really great. He's an internal candidate. He's worked in a lot of different schools, knows Salem, knows our community. So we couldn't be happier to have his perspective join the Bates community. So I'm going to hand it over to Andre. So if he has anything he'd like to add, just kind of introduce himself, I'll give him the floor.
So hi everyone, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you all, and I'm gonna just share a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Recife, Brazil. That's in the northeast of Brazil, and I do speak Portuguese and Spanish as well as English, and I'm a Salem resident. I've lived here in Salem for 6 years, and I've also worked in the Salem Public Schools for the past 6 years. So I've worked as an ESL teacher at the Bentley and also at Salem High School. I'm an instructional coach, or was an instructional coach at Salem High. And I'm just really eager to connect with all of our families at Bates, to really be a member of our Bates community and to just listen and really serve you and our students really well at Bates. That's my top goal. So that's just a little bit about me, and I'm happy to answer any questions anyone has for me. I'm really thrilled to be a part of the Bates family.
Yeah, so what makes Andre really unique is his ability to make connections with the community and families in the community. So, one of our priorities going into the fall, obviously, is really getting out, providing opportunities for all families to meet us as a team and hear their voice. And that's going out into neighborhoods, not just at the Bates, right? Going out to the neighborhoods and having informal meetings with families, in their own neighborhood, so they feel comfortable joining us. And then hopefully we can help that transition back to Bates to the greater community. And so Andre, over his last 6 years, people talk about and rave about his ability to make connections with families and communities, especially those who are difficult to make connections with. And he has a strong lens on race and equity as well. We had a race and equity meeting this morning. He brings a strong, again, experience to that, as well as we, really make a push to make this work visible and embedded into our everyday instructional practices at Bates. I couldn't be more thrilled to work with Andre. He's a wonderful person, and I know our community is really excited as he's met a lot of teachers over the past couple weeks, or week rather.
Yeah, so welcome Andre to our community. We have no doubts that you're going to come in and do good things for us. As an example, he just got off a call with Superintendent Reich. He was reaching out to some Portuguese families within the district, so that way they can connect with the superintendent. So he's already doing that engagement work as in a district type role that we want to see, or we're excited to see him bring to Bates. So welcome again. That being said, we do have Andre because obviously Gavin's vacancy there was a vacancy where Gavin was at. We also said this in the morning announcements, but we're not sure if everyone watches the morning announcements. We are losing 2 additional staff members this year. As of right now that we know of, no one else has resigned, no one else is leaving. But our music teacher, Mrs. Puga, Jessica Puga, she teaches kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade music. She has been offered and accepted a full-time position at the Bentley Charter, or Bentley Academy. It's not the Bentley Charter Academy anymore. The Bentley Academy, We love Jess. We love Mrs. Puga. We really wanted to keep her, but with the budget season as it was, there was no additional funds to try to see how we can rework some kind of magic to keep her in the building full time. And she had a full-time opportunity. So we do wish her well, and she'll still be in the district, but that vacancy has obviously been posted, and Mr. Softic actually has interviews lined up this week. So,
yeah, we start interviewing tomorrow, so we're already 6 candidates ready to go. So we're really optimistic in finding someone who can, fill the shoes of Ms. Puga. Be tough to do, but we're really excited about our candidates coming in tomorrow, or via Zoom rather. No one's coming in the building.
Via Zoom. Also, we have Mr. Larry. We call him Mr. Larry, but Larry Ross. He's our behavior specialist. He is the other side of Kat and Larry and Kat. Your kids will know who Larry is. If you don't, he does wonders with our kids and really discussing and really managing how they manage their emotions and really work on their social and emotional side of things. And he is resigning because he is going to be an occupational therapist. Mm-hmm. And so he will be graduating from Salem State, and he will be as what they call an OT. And so that's a great opportunity for him. We wish him well, obviously. Now, because of the budget constraints of what they are this year from the district, they decided, since he resigned and other people that had resigned within the district, they were a do not fill position for now. I know Gavin's going to continue to fight for the position to bring it back, but as of now, we cannot post position because it's a do not fill for budget concerns or reasons. So, we still have Kat. Kat is very, very vital and plays a really crucial role in our school system. Gavin is here, obviously, with Mrs. Doucetley. Jen is here as well. And all of them kind of, corral the behavior challenges that we may have in our school. But Kat does a wonderful job of that. And, Larry's been with us 4 years, and we're going to miss him. He does play a crucial role to that. But for budget purposes, that it's out of our control right now to do not fill. And so that is moving forward, that we're not going to have that position. Let me think here. So I wanted to update you on those staffing positions. Everyone else, as far as is coming back, which is actually a great number for us because we've been able to keep all of our people. We love our people. We think they're great. Mrs. Doucetley, Jen, do you have any summer school news that anyone needs to be aware of or maybe thinking about?
Yeah, so as everybody knows, summer school for special ed is being held completely online. If I've already emailed all the families, and I've tried to call everybody who hasn't gotten back to me. So if you haven't received a call from me yet, just shoot me an email and I'll give you the information. It starts July 6th and it'll be completely online. It'll only be 8 to 10 in the morning so that your kids will have the rest of the day to go to the beach or go out and play or anything like that.
Perfect. Yeah, that would be great. We had 400 boxes in the cafeteria for people to come pick up their stuff. We now have about 145 boxes. So we actually made a huge dent in our boxes for students to come get their stuff. What we decided is that we will send out a robocall to families. So you may get this robocall, so you just may hear it again, is that if someone did not get their belongings and wants to get their belongings for their student, then we will have those readily available on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9 to 11 p.m. Where they pick 9 to 11 a.m. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. where they pick up the food. Where they would pick up the food if they need the food for the summer, it'll be the same door. Our custodian Mike will go ahead and grab those boxes for them. So if that's just a heads up for you guys. If anyone asks, hey, I didn't get to go. Do you know what Mr. Softic are going to do? Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the next 3 or 4 weeks between 9 and 11 a.m. You can go get your stuff. So we don't want to throw things away. We definitely can't store it. So we're hoping that the majority of students, which we did have, 140 boxes left over. That's a lot of people that came and get their stuff the past 2 days. We're hoping that we can give everyone else their materials as well. So.
Yeah, so those hours will be good to go through July, and then probably August 1st, we'll kind of reassess where we're at with how many boxes are left and what we need to do if we need to extend those hours.
Yep. Let me think if we have anything else that we need. Mrs. Rudolph, do you have anything from your department, from the City Connect side?
No, not really. I know that the district is still kind of ironing out the kinks on their virtual mentorship program that they're planning to roll out for the summer. So that would be, I think they're hoping like a 2 times a week, like check-in with a staff member throughout the district to kind of keep kids connected virtually, at least throughout the summer. But I think they're still kind of ironing out the details. And so then more information will be forthcoming.
And that's based on a referral process. Not every kid's going to get that, correct?
Right.
Okay. Referral process from their teachers.
Right. I mean, we're hoping that more kids than not will be able to kind of participate and be a part of that. So.
Okay. Mrs. Cuevas, do you have anything from your side from family engagement?
I don't have anything right now.
Mrs. Cuevas, obviously, she partners with me on the robocalls. Mr. Soptic gave his first robocall yesterday, so I hope you guys all heard it. So, you know, he will be taking those duties on. Him and I are transitioning. I think it's going pretty well. We sit down there, we have a list of things we talk about, and then we just work through those things, and then so that way it's just a smooth transition from him to me. So, you know, I don't think so. For those of you that came late on the call, we do have a new assistant principal. His name is Andre Fonseca. He is on the call right here. He's wearing a blue polo. It says Andre on the picture. He is your new Gavin Softic, as Gavin Softic is your new JJ Munoz. And so, you know, Andre, do you want to quickly just recap some of the things for the new people that came on the call?
Yeah, the most important thing is I'm really just excited to be part of the Bates family. You know, I come originally from Recife, Brazil. I speak Portuguese, English, and Spanish, and I'm really excited to serve at Bates. I've been in the Salem Public Schools for 6 years. I've been an ESL teacher as well as an ESL coach, and I'm just really excited to learn from our families. I want to set a goal for myself. I set a goal to just be really connected with families and to really be listening to you. So I hope to be connected with each of you more and more as the summer goes by and as we go into the school year.
Well, you could probably leverage our PTO president, whose name is Angel. She's right on the call. She can look up as soon as I say her name, probably. See, told you. Look right up. So she has obviously the PTO page, but Amber's in the PTO as well. I mean, there's a couple people here that are on the PTO, so
Yep.
You can definitely leverage them because they always know the knows of what's going on in the parent world. So it's always good to partner up with them. So, you know. Does anyone have any questions? I know we have one more thing from Mr. Ducetli, but if you want to just start chatting your questions in while Mr. Ducetli talks, or if you just want to take yourself off mute, you can ask. That'll be fine. So, Mr. Ducetli?
Just one last thing for the special ed parents. You should have received a progress report from your special ed liaison. If you have not, please send me an email or give me a call, and I'll try to get those out to you. The other thing I want to let you know is some of the intervention software that your students were using, such as Lexia, RazKids, and some of the math intervention that we've been using during the school year will still be available through most of the summer. We won't roll those over to the next grade until probably late August. If you need help accessing those programs, again, call me, send me an email, and I'll try to get you access if you've forgotten your password for it.
All right. I like it. I don't see any questions in the chat box. And if you want to take yourself off mute, by all means, you take yourself off mute. We don't have any information for the fall yet. I know some of you just came on late. We're still waiting for the fall. I have a question here asking, was anything else specifically cut from the Bates and the budget process besides Larry? Nope, that was it. Gavin, I don't recall anything else, right?
Was there anything we requested? You know, we're always trying to get more technology.
I requested a ton of stuff. So.
Yeah. But I mean, the Chromebooks was a big one, obviously, and we also wanted to we're hoping to make Ms. Puga's position, you know, somehow make it a full-time position, because with the 0.6, you're kind of getting a new teacher every year because it's kind of a stepping stone in getting in a school system. So we're really hoping to leverage that into a full-time position, and that obviously didn't happen.
Yeah. We asked to increase instructional supply funds to give teachers more resources in the classroom. We asked for, Chromebooks were the big issue. Technology is the big issue. Mm-hmm. We asked for like big projectors for the cafeteria and for the theater, so we can have huge projectors that are built into the theater. So I asked for those as well. So we did ask for a lot of stuff. I normally ask for the world because I know they're going to tell me no on some of those things, and I want to see what they can tell me yes on. But when the pandemic hit, it just really, like, everything just got wiped, and they said, okay, we can't really give you anything. So, but as far as cuts, it was just Larry's position was a do not fill. That was the only position that we lost. we do lose paras every year, or we gain paras every year, based on IEPs, and so we are losing a para position because we have less amount of kids that are on IEP. So we do lose a para, but that they didn't lose their job. They just go into the pool and they end up getting moved around to the district. So that does happen, but that's always based on
We're
IEP.
extremely fortunate to keep, the folk we have. I know obviously losing the behavior specialist position is tough, but with enrollment maybe down a little bit, we already have a strong SEL support system. We're really hoping that our structure of support for SEL is gonna kind of make the transition without Larry a little bit easier. And obviously next year we'll reassess in the budget season if we can get that do not fill and get that position back. But I think everyone we're coming back, we're really excited, and I think we have what we need to really get off to a good start and support all of our kids coming back from a very uncharted time. I think everyone's come away with a little bit of trauma in some way or another, so it's really important that we have those structures in place, and I think we have that coming back in the fall.
Yeah, and I also think that, I see another question here, that if the budget is approved, not if, it was approved. So whether we go online in the fall or we come back to the actual classroom, teachers have jobs, and that's not going to affect any of the staff as far as pay or just expectations of them. So we don't have to worry about that because everything was approved. This is the number that's going forward. And so we're not going to lose half of our staff or saying only teachers only and all the pairs are going to go.
Mm-hmm.
They won't do anything like that because it was already been approved for the budget. So that's just another heads up on that. All right. I don't see anything else in the chat. So I have, I am excited to be obviously going off to my new venture, but I'm also very sad to be leaving this community. And I know I may have said it on the news, on our school news. I may have said it to our 5th grade class during their Zoom celebration, and we did all those other things. But I think Bates is a special place. I think that the staff and the community make it a special place. I think that I appreciate how we don't want to be just an average school. We want to be better than average. We want to always push the envelope. I know change is hard sometimes for people, and I know that I've pushed on some things to change, and people have looked at me and thought I was crazy, or gave me the stank eye and stuff like that. But I appreciate how you guys still embraced me and welcomed me into your community, although cautiously. And then now that I was able to immerse myself and I think really help support your students into doing some fun things for them that hopefully they'll remember when they get older. Because my philosophy is, and I think Mr. Sophic and I have been partnering on this, is that we want the child to have a whole school experience, not just coming in and passing a test, or not just coming in and getting an A in ELA. It's their experience. I know that if you ask me what was my favorite experience as a kid, I'm not going to tell you about a math lesson. I'm going to tell you about the dodgeball tournament that we played in 6th grade, or the Halloween party that we had, or or the teacher that celebrated Chinese New Year's because she's from China. So, those are the things that I remember from school, and we don't want to forget those things because those for their social and emotional health for our students are very important. And so I just continue to try to push. I know Gavin will, to make sure that we have a healthy social and emotional component to the academic component that we still care about and we want our kids to do well in. I got one more question here. Chromebooks. So if you are going to Collins Middle School, if you're a 5th grader, you can keep your Chromebook. If you're going to the academy or to another school, then you need to bring the Chromebook back. Same thing if you're going from kindergarten through 4th grade. If you're obviously leaving the district, you want to bring your Chromebook back to us. If you are staying with the school another year, or you're actually going somewhere else in the district, the Chromebook can stay with you. And so the district's going to do some kind of weird inventorying, so they'll know about the Chromebooks later on down the road. All right. Mr. Sophic, do you have any other words as we're getting ready to close out school year 2019-2020?
No, I think I just want to thank all the parents. I know this has been a trying time for them as well. They didn't set out to be teachers this spring. And the way to juggle and balance, work, life, children, is really a testament to them. I know it's difficult getting your kid on Zoom, especially the early ones. K2 is even harder to sustain attention on there. And we just really appreciate everyone's work in this. And that goes out to the teachers as well. I think that's what makes Bates special, is because it is the wraparound support we get. And so with that, thank you. I know it's going to be a long summer. and anticipating a lot of news the next couple of weeks. I will get information out to you as soon as I get it. I promise you that. And we'll just sit and wait, and then we'll kind of plan from there. But again, hurry up and wait sometimes, I guess.
Hurry up and wait. I like it. Are there any parents on this call right now that are thinking of transitioning into the education world to be a teacher now? Just curious. No? Angel, you don't want to be a teacher now? Going to teaching? No, not going to do it. I mean, it's definitely a difficult job our teachers do every day, but we really do appreciate you guys collaborating with the teachers, trying to get your kids on, just like Mr. Soptic said, because we know it's not easy. I'm on those Zoom calls. I've heard parents say, I was watching another kid on a Zoom call, like showing his foot to the camera and rolling around, and teachers have the privilege of putting kids on mute, but we know in the classroom you can't put a kid on mute. So there was definitely a different dynamic there. I think we asked the staff, what is one thing you would take back with you to the classroom? And they said the mute button on Zoom. But can't happen. So, hopefully you guys will be back in school. I will be definitely visiting. So I hope to see you guys in the near future here. But, welcome again, Andre. I think you're going to do great things. We have the rest of our team here, including Mrs. Vargas, who you cannot see. If you didn't get medication and you need your medication, Gavin can try to work something out with Mrs. Vargas in the summer for you to get that. Otherwise, it'll be here when you come back. So yeah.
Also, I'll be checking my email. I can put it in the chat box if anyone has any concerns or questions.
Is it there yet? There it is. All right. There's her email right there, avargas@salemk12.org. You can also find her email on our website as well, or you can just email Mr. Soptic and you can forward it to her if you forget. So remember, on our website, if you just click the envelope on the top right button, that comes to either myself or Mr. Soptic, and we get that email. So if you can't remember anyone's email, just go to our website, sbsbates@salemk12.org, and just click on the envelope, and it'll go right to us. Or contact PTO on their Facebook page, and they'll always get a hold of us as well. All right. Have a wonderful rest of the week. It's going to be hot outside, so hopefully you can stay cool. We missed Richie's this year for field day, so all I got to say is, it's a great day to be great, and I look forward to seeing what you guys do next year.
Have a great summer, everyone. Stay safe.
Have a great summer.